Okay, Sydney, you say you've got two up here, so let's take a look at them. Now, I just, this piece right here, I kind of, in my initial response, remember I said maybe it might be interesting to use an actual pentagram piece. Um, I just don't think this piece is very well designed. I really don't. I think um, and what you've done with it is you've done what you can with it, but there's not much you can do with it. This was an interesting idea, mirroring the upside down and the type oriented to the way that the word Helvetica is oriented. But I just don't think the background piece itself is very well designed. It's not a very clear communication, mainly from this area right here. The designer has superimposed the word Helvetica in a transparent typeface um, that it creates too much visual tension, which is not always a bad thing. But in this case, it's convoluting the message, and I just don't feel this is a very good design. I don't feel this piece is designed very well. Not your work. I'm talking about the background work. I love this. This is fantastic. This was such a good idea. Now, my question here is that I know that I've been in the Pentagram buildings, and I know that they quite often do these really crazy, awesome, cool graphics demarcating the restrooms. And I remember seeing one. It was these giant, like this, like these giant figures. This is fantastic, though, the way that you have taken this. Now, my question is this an actual pentagram design in the building, in Pentagram Studios? And you didn't expound on that in your writing, which I wish you would have. Anytime you change your design, it's a really good idea and changing your design is encouraged. It is. I mean, if you have an art director that states some concerns, it's certainly a feasible for a designer to change the design based on those recommendations. However, when you do change that design, you'll always want to describe the changes and how they address the initial concerns. This piece, for example, I don't know if this is an actual. I know Pentagram does these kind of cool bathroom graphics in their studio building. Excuse me, but not sure if this is one. So let us know. Now, what you've done here, if this is the graphics, and the way that you've taken the type and just it's masterful. What you've done with the type is gorgeous, just gorgeous. Creating this really, really cohesive composition based on what was on the wall. In other words, what I'm saying is this looks like it's part of the original graphics. So that's fantastic. I'd like to know more about the background piece and the graphics themselves, but I would definitely move in this direction here. I'm wondering about the way this is stated: simplicity, comma, wit, and good typography. I'm wondering about the cadence on that. Wouldn't it be better if it were to go simplicity, comma, wit, comma, and new line, good typography? So it would read simplicity, wit, and good typography instead of simplicity, wit, and good typography. So simplicity, comma, wit, comma, new line, and new line, good typography. Think about it. Great job. Thank you very much.